Well, a very good morning to you. Let's take a look at what's been going on in and around the club since the season ended, shall we? Welcome back to Wrexham. My name's Steve Jones. Good morning to you. I really do hope I find you well this Tuesday morning. Let's have a little bit of a look at what's been going on. I think the first thing we need to touch on really is the Player of the Season Awards. Took place at Carden Park 10 days ago now. Always good to see the photos coming out of these. Your Player of the Season, Josh Windass, totally deserved in my humble opinion. Has he been my cup of tea all season? Possibly not. Like many, he's had his critics early doors. He took a bit of settling in, but the back half of the season really showed the quality that we know he's got. Signed free from Wednesday. He made 46 appearances in all competitions, scoring 17 goals in all competitions. 16 in the league, making him the highest scorer in the second tier. Can't read my own notes here. So really well-deserved Player of the Season for me. Came close with one or two others. But yeah, I'm quite happy with that. And young player, Cal Doyle, really impressed. Again, didn't set the world on fire when he first arrived. Made his debut at Millwall on August the 25th. 39 appearances in all, 29 of those consecutive. Scored a couple of crackers as well. But you can see what he's about now, Cal. He's really stamped his authority on games and he's made the position his own. Fantastic footballer. I really do see big things coming from Cal. Really do. Obviously, I just touched on top goal scorer was Josh Windass. Really came good when we needed him. Steve Edwards goal of the season. I'm not on form this morning, am I? Steve Edwards goal of the season. Ollie Rathbone at QPR. What a strike! And when we needed it most. Topsy-turvy game as I recall. But Ollie on his 50th appearance in the 94th minute scored an absolute belter to secure the 3 points. A worthy winner. There's some others that pushed it though, but I think, yeah, I'll go with that one. This one surprised me a little bit. I thought there might have been a couple of other names in the frame on this one, but the player's player was Callum. Again, totally deserved, but to get an award like this from your fellow players, I'm sure it means the world. I'll put a brief thing together. A Somerset signing from City. Took a while to settle in, as I said before, but once put in some superb performances and was also, of course, mentioned in dispatches in the EFL Player of the Season. The Bob Clark Academy Player of the Season, David Roberts. I have to hold my hands up. I really don't know anything about David at all. I really should have done a little bit of digging on that one. I've written down a little bit of a 3 or 4 lines. It doesn't really do the lad justice, really. 20-year-old scholar, wore the captain's armband several times, played 44 games, notching up 4,329 minutes. I really don't know. I don't follow the academy, so it's hands up. Must try harder. PFA Community Champion is Max Cleworth. Now, I've seen several videos of Max doing his fine works around schools and around the communities. Really worthy winner for me, that one. So that's the Player of the Season. Right, now, obviously the season-ending players are coming back from loans. I think the 2 star ones are Mulls and Connor Cody. Both in an interview with Rich Fay have stated that they're coming back for pre-season. Going to have the conversation with the gaffer and see how things progress going forward for those two. Of course, we've got Elliot Lee coming back from Doncaster. Mo and Harry have come back from Cheltenham. Tom, of course, came back from Peterborough earlier, injured. And Jacob has come back from Posh as well. Of course, not the best time of year. A lot of players getting released from the clubs. Sad to see James Jones being released from Burton. Had a torrid time with injury, as I understand. He's always a good player for us, Jonah. Luke Youngie, of course, he's left Cheltenham, but what I understand that is by mutual consent he wants to find himself a club closer to home, and I fully understand that. Cheltenham to where he lives is a fair old slap every day or every other day, and I get that. So the best of luck to those two guys. If there's any I've missed out, and I'm sure there'll be one or two. Owen O'Connell has been released from his short-term contract. There's another one. I don't think it'll be too long before Owen gets himself sorted. I just hope that the PFA run the sides for released players again like they did last season. I know it certainly helped Jordan Davis. It was a good thing to do. I think Fordy was involved in that one as well. So hopefully they'll do that again, and these guys can get themselves sorted out with new clubs. It's good to see the Cop is really starting to take a pace now. Now the Steel started going up. Of course, you can catch up with that on Wrexham Fan Zone with Tom. He's doing a brilliant job of it. It's really going to start flying now the Steel's on site. It'll start taking shape very, very quickly, and we get some idea of the size and scale and what it's actually going to look like. Can't wait for that one. Apart from that, not a lot to report really. The pitch, of course, is on the top layer, scraped off, reworked. That's started to take nicely, and the jobs going on at Collier surprise me. Putting that sort of money to something you don't own, I find strange. Pre-planning's gone in, and they're in the middle of doing it already. I don't know. We could be upsetting a couple of people there. Of course, the work at the Rock is ongoing. Again, you can catch up with those on Wrexham Fan Zone with Tom. And one for me to finish on, which really did sadden me greatly, to see that Gemma Owen and Gareth are no longer connected with Wrexham AFC women. Gareth and Gemma are two of the nicest people I know, and two of the most devoted Wrexham fans I know. There may be very good reasons for them both leaving the positions. Who am I to argue on that one? But if you watch the documentary, there's a song in it, Never Forget Where You Come From. I just hope wholeheartedly that the club is starting to lose its identity with these local people who know everything about the local area and everything else. Just, they know everything about. You need local people in your local club, and keep going bleating on about community. And yet these two people, staunch Wrexham fans, pillars of the community, have been released. I hope it's on their own terms, I really do, because neither of them deserve to be released just like that. Anyway, that's me done. I'm still writing up the review of the season. I should be able to kick off with that, I would imagine, around Thursday, Friday. So have yourself a good week. I'll catch up with you towards the back end of it. And as always, see you later.